Shane Ellis going down with True Blue. I go home. Okay. Here is I Realize looking really nice. Going home. Mr. Samunda. Here is Riches to Rags. Tyrese Anderson. Riches to Rags. Going around to Huntsman. This one here is Huntsman. Here is this little one here. Truly Begotten Son. Whoa, long time I've seen Truly Begotten Son. There's Truly Begotten Son. And going around to Shane Richardson with Uncle Baba. Shane Richardson with Uncle Baba. And there is Oil Machine going down with Papa GT. This Oil Machine going down and coming up. Sobriety, Little Bay Horse here with Javon Prince, Sobriety Little Bay. And here is Azan Roan Gray and Bay on a nice gallop there. Tanika Wolf on the inside. And here is Raman Napier. Diamond Rock with Raman Napier, Diamond Rock. Shane Ellis on True Blue. Mark My Identity there. Being passed by King Pie, that is King Pie, Ricardo Carr, and Wesley Henry. Awesome Anthony looking nice. And there is Mr. Senator the Grey with Romario Spencer. So Awesome Anthony going around in the white hat. Everything that goes around the corner just now. Awesome Anthony, King Pie. Awesome Anthony traveling really nice. Look at Awesome Anthony go. Here is Supernatural Power with Radish Roman, Champion Jockey. The groom Bob always take this one to set him off. Extreme Care is being taken with Supernatural Power when he comes onto the track. Here is DT, an Oil Machine there. Devonay Thomas setting off with Oil Machine. F. Williams, Little Bears there, and Supernatural Power sets off there with Radish Roman. Here is Bangarang going down to work. Shine Guard, nice little black horse is Bangarang. Remember? Trinita Estrella with Andrew Wright. Yes, that's Trinita Estrella with Andrew Wright. Here is Kerry Gay Robinson. Good morning. Fremont Little Bay Horse. Kerry Gay Robinson. Right here is Bootylicious with Richard Bird. That's Bootylicious with Richard Bird on the trot. We are going around to Neville right here. This one is Neville, and you can hear Mr. Senator. The sound of Mr. Senator, and here is Mr. Senator the Grey, Romario Spencer, Neville with Carlton Malcolm. Bangarang slips past there, that's Bangarang. And back to Neville. And here is Natural Dancer right here. Marshall Porter, this one. And going around to Oil Machine, finishing up with Papa. Look at Oil Machine, oily this morning. His Oil Machine moving nicely. Shane Ellis finishing up on True Blue, and here is My Identity galloping through. Supernatural Power on the fence there with Radish Roman and a gallop as well. Yes. Here is Nuclear Jet going down with Taj Mahal. That's Nuclear Jet. Yes, Rasta going down. There is Pac Play, the number 5 going down. And Bossman. And who this? And Riches to Rags is finishing up. Riches to Rags on the finish right here is Riches to Rags. Right here is Titan Temple with Delroy Bihari going down. That's Titan Temple. Delroy Bihari going down. Here is Easy Peasy with Richie Shakes. This one is Easy Peasy with Richie Shakes. Here is Bangarang. Yes, this one here is Bangarang. Here is Bossman in figure 8 with Garvin Harris. This one is Bossman in figure 8 with Prince Garvin Harris. Here is Pack Plays. At Udapan Pack Plays struggle. Demar Williams struggle is on Pack Plays there. Trina as an youngster there going down with Everett Clunis. Young Bias going down. Matty J. Williams. Importy Pretty Grass here. Finishing up. Yes. Here is Nuclear Jet. Pataj Marware. Nuclear Jet. Here is Fearless Mission with Falkland. This one here is Fearless Mission. Little one there for Azan. Everty Clunis is aboard. Here is Allegiance coming into view there with Romaine Garden. This is Allegiance with Romaine Garden going down. Coming into view is Bossman. There is Bossman with Prince. Going around to Omar Walker with Linguist. This is Omar Walker and Linguist there. Titan Tempo and Delroy Bihari. Yes. And Pack Please with Demar Williams. They are finishing up. The Titan Tempo going around there. That's Titan Tempo. And that's Pack Please going around just now. There is Ride All Day, Ian Spence. And behind is Allegiance. Allegiance and Ride All Day with Ian Spence on the wide outside. Here is Nuclear Jet with Rataj Maria on the finish. This is Nuclear Jet on the finish with Rataj Maria. This is Natural Dancer right here. This one is Natural Dancer. Porter for Marlon Fusey. Here is one coming up. Okay, the same little Azan youngster here. 3 socks with Everty Clunis. It's 4 white socks. One is a bit low. Yeah, but he has 4 socks. That little one always kicking up, but seems to be a good horse. Tyrone Green right here on Whiskids. Yes. Omar Walker and Linguist finishing up. That's Linguist there finishing up. Bowl Move turning around right here with Kenyatta Davis. This is Bowl Move. Kenyatta Davis. Right here is Chief in Command with Everton Stone. That's Chief in Command going down. And here is She's My Dream Yes, with Clive Lynch. That She's My Dream with Clive Lynch. This little one here for Edward Stanbury, youngster there, with Nicardo Carr. Going around to Sobriety, Webby Chestnut there, and the fence there. Chief in Command setting off. Here is Chief in Command setting off. That's Chief in Command. Here is Allegiance on the finish. Maria Garden. Morning, Bongo. Here is Joyful Surprise with Wesley Callaloo Henry setting off Joyful Surprise. There is the chestnut there. Devani Forbes. That successful man for trainer E. Burke. Devani Forbes. Gary Sobriety Chestnut here. Webby Chestnut this one. Philip Parchment. Here is Whiskids with Tyrone Green. This is Tyrone upward Whiskids. Here is Nicardo Carr with E. Stanbury, Dark Bios here. Nicardo Carr. And here is Kenyatta Davis. We are at the pan. And Bowl Movies Kenyatta and Almastel is there. Going down. Emilio McLean. Here is Unruly Moore with Radish Roman. Unruly Moore. Radish Roman. Princess Aquila right here. AJ Allen. Princess Aquila. Moving nicely. Azan Star Chestnut here in blinkers with Tyrese Anderson. And there is one galloping Mahogany on the gallop with Aaron Chatry. And Joyful Surprise pulling Wesley Henry this morning. And here is Almastilis right there with E. McLean. And Rolly Moore sets off with Radish Roman. And round to Ride All Day with Ian Spence. Let's ride all day. And here is one on the gallop. Gary Griffith's Big Bios there. Romaria Spencer. Gary Griffith's Big Bay. Not Romaria Spencer, but R.C. Blake. See him traveling there? Traveling nicely. Here is Chief in Command on the finish. Yes. Going around to Atlantic Convoy with Ochin. That's Atlantic Convoy with Ochin. And here is Raman Napier. Chris Pearson, Race Bios there with Raman Napier. Here is Unruly Moore finishing up with Radish Roman. This is Unruly Moore. Passing by Robert French Long Bay and Chestnut there is Unruly Moore in front. Con Ellis and Dennis Brown. Here is Yellowstone with D. Williams. Struggle. This is Yellowstone. Money Market here, setting off. This one is Money Market. Going down is DT on Shooting Star. DT. Delroy Bihari going down with Unbelievable Force. That's Delroy Bihari going down with Unbelievable Force. Here is one coming up. So magnificent with Trina Calder. This is so magnificent. So magnificent there. Here is Sneaky Joe going down with Richard Bird. This one is Sneaky Joe. Turning around. Setting off is Sneaky Joe. H2O. Going down. Back to Sneaky Joe. Here is Sneaky Joe. Yes, Mr. Samuda, morning. Here is my Eclipse with Richie Shakes and Azan Star Chestnut in blinkers. Tyrese Anderson passing by. Going around to Big Argument right here in the black and white. This is Big Argument. Captain Marlon Brown. That be there passing by. And to the back here is Al Mastilis finishing up the number 8 going on the fence. Going down to work is Fun Candon. It's Robert Aladdin. Shooting Star sets off with DT, the Shooting Star. Unbelievable Force passed by there with Delroy Biari. Yes. And here is H2O. This one is H2O. Anthony Baba Nunes. Monday Chestnut here with Joy Ains. Long Robert French Bios there on the fence. Here is Don Quessy in front, and behind is Train of Thought, Don Quessy and Train of Thought there. There is Yellowstone, and here is Fearless Soul with Paul Francis. That's Fearless Soul with Paul Francis. Robert Friend Chestnut with Con Ellis. Money Market, Carlton Malcolm. That's and right here is Kaya with J. Lewis. Going around to Main Mistress right here with Omar Walker. This one is Main Mistress with Omar Walker. Here is Shane Ellis aboard this run here.
Yeah, with the race chestnut, race with Natalie Berger.
Race chestnut, race with Natalie Berger. Natalie Berger with J. Thomas, and Catawba is the one to the back with Gavin Harris going to the fence. In blue there is Catawba. So that horse in front of Catawba is Ballistic Missile. The race horse for J. Thomas. Natalie Berger Road. Shane Ellis is aboard that one this morning. Here is Fun Candon coming up. Setting off. Robert Aladdin. And here is Delroy Biari. Unbelievable Force. Unbelievable Force. Running past there. It's Unbelievable Force. Fun Candon sets off. Going around to DT with Shooting Star. This is Papa and Shooting Star. Here is H2O. Yes, Charlton Riley. H2O. Moving nicely. Going around to Miss Grove. Nice looking horse as well as Miss Grove. Romaine Garden. This is Miss Grove. Nice posture. Is Miss Grove. Here is Fly Blue Jet with Kenyatta Davis. This one is Fly Blue Jet with Kenyatta Davis. And coming up on a nice gallop here is Yellowstone, Demar Williams. Yellowstone, nice. Here is Mama Mia going down with Ryan Lewis. Ferguson, Trina Ferguson there. See Ferguson Stripe Bay. There he is. And Fly Blue Jet sets off there. Kenyatta Davis. Mama Mia sets off with Ryan Lewis. Here is Blitz Strike with Mr. Samuda going down. This is Blitz Strike. Coming into view is Main Mistress with Omar Walker. This one. his main mistress with Omar Walker right there. Here is Zulu Warrior with Shane Richardson. This one is Zulu Warrior with Shane Richardson. Midnight Runner going down right there. Coming interview is Wesley Henry and Brampton Boy right here. This one is Brampton Boy, and on the finish is Fun Can Done. That was quick by Fun Can Done. Fun Can Done. Atlantic Convoy going down on the reverse, finishing up with Ochin. That's Atlantic Convoy. Gavin Harris here on Catawba. This one is Catawba. Hey. Yes, Brody. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Here is Splendid Vision in figure 8 and Mac and Rome with Nicardo car setting off. There is Mac and Rome. Here is Sophie Says So with Romaria Spencer aboard. Sophie Says So. Here is Hit and Run with Abigail Abel. That's Hit and Run. And Happy. Always be careful of Hit and Run and Happy. Mama Mia, Ryan Lewis finishing up. And right here is Big Argument. This one is Big Argument. And Dimitri Senior is on a youngster there. Plumber Bay, and going around to Miss Grove on the outside in red. Being passed by Fly Blue Jet with Kenyatta Davis on the inside there. Here is Generational with Radish Roman. Sneaky Fox. Very sneaky little jockey. Yes, he'll sneak up on you. Yes, that's Sneaky Fox. You're a champion jockey. Look at this little apprentice taking one down. He's so calm and composed. Here is Sophie Say So, Romaria Spencer setting off. Passing by Shaim Garden on this little youngster right here. And we are going around to Zulu Warrior, Shane Richardson. This one is Zulu Warrior with Shane Richardson. There is Tenika Wolf. Would I chile pan bash? And there is Althea in the red in the middle, passing on the fence there in the white. It's Brampton Boy with Wesley Henry in the white at finishing up, going around the corner there. Nicely, that's Brampton Boy. H. Harrison Chestnut right here. Setting off. As on 3 Socks Bay and D. Williams Chestnut there. Morning, Prince. Taking up with a Pepsi. There is Bid Strike on the track with Mr. Samuda. That one is Blitz Strike. Going around to Kaya with J. Lewis. And Spencer Chung on Race Grass there with his exercise rider. And here is Shan Shan with L. Spencer as Shan Shan. And here is Midnight Runner. Exercise rider Gas aboard Midnight Runner. Mac and Rome with Nicardo car. This is Mac and Rome. Right here is Tiffany Blue going down. Tiffany Blue. Informal Gladiator wearing red blinkers this morning. That's Informal Gladiator. And here is T Swizzle with Rasta. This one is T Swizzle with Rasta. And Sashit going down with O'Neill Mullins. That's Sashit going down with O'Neill Mullins. N. Double Smith Betty Gray here. This is N. Double Smith Betty Gray. And Generational finishing up with Radish Roman. That's Generational finishing up. Here is Further and Beyond with Aaron Chatry. This is Further and Beyond. with Aaron Chatry.
Yeah.
Going around to Brenda Boy with AJ Allen. This one is Brenda Boy. And on the finish is Sophie Say So. Sophie Say So, Romario Spencer. Who? Lucy in the Sky with Emilia McLean. This one is Lucy in the Sky. Going around to Jason DaCosta. Wow Bay and Pilot Bay. Pilot Bay is wearing blinkers this morning. And right here is Tiffany Blue. Setting off is Tiffany Blue. Eva Francis Bears there. Orange bandages on the finish. Eva Francis Little Bears. Here is Papi with Miniature Man. This is Papi. Very good rider is Papi. Calvin Bailey's young brother there. On Miniature Man this morning. Here is Shanshan with El Spencer. This one is Shanshan. And we're going around to Sashit. And guys, Sashan is on the card and it's the Canadian Bears. The good little Canadian Bears there for Rowan Crichton, Sash on. The one we always call, this is Sashit. And the newcomer is Sasha, the Canadian Bay we always refer to. Mullins there on Sashit. This is Big Show Chestnut going up with Rasta. Yeah, going up to work. Here is Wayne's Princess moving nicely with Tyrese Anderson. That's Wayne's Princess. Pair of Carl Anderson Bears there. Stripe Bay and Star Bay. Javon Prince on the inside in pink cap. Tenika Wolf on the outside. Informal Gladiator there. Passes by them on the fence. O Robinson there. Usher Dean Robinson. Here is Midnight Runner. This one right here is Midnight Runner. Finishing up with the exercise rider Gas. That's Midnight Runner there, moving nicely. Here is Betty Gray. Here is Betty Gray there, going nicely. That's Betty Gray. Richie Shakes aboard. Norman Smith. Here is Margarita setting off with Con Ellis. Big white in the face here. It's Margarita. Gary Sobrati, Body Bay, stable companion here of Margarita. Carlton Malcolm aboard. Here is Lucy in the Sky, finishing up. Brenda Boy is behind. Yes, that's Brenda Boy behind. This is the spot chestnut there, with the gray on the side there. Here is Miss Moneypenny going down to work. That's Miss Moneypenny. Passard, one back, light bay there. Wow Bay. And Pilot Bay is the two in front for Jason DaCosta. Abigail Abel and Jamar Jackson there going around the corner. Here is Shane Ellis taking down. Is that a fact? Here is Shane Ellis and is that a fact? Going down. Here is Wayne's Princess coming up. This is Wayne's Princess moving nicely ahead of Sashit with O'Neill Mullins. That one is Sashit with O'Neill Mullins. Shane Ellis and is that a fact there? Setting off. This is Shane Ellis setting off with is that a fact? Here is Shanshan with L. Spencer. This one. Shanshan, L. Spencer. Prince Salmon and Ryan Lewis going down. This is Prince Salmon. The manipulator here coming up is the manipulator.
The manipulator.
Yeah, the manipulator with this Paul Francis.
You are my sweetie.
Going down right here is You're My Sweetie. Demar Williams, Struggle. You're My Sweetie and You're My Sweetie. It makes a sudden turn there. Danwell Dawes Good Bay here with Omar Walker and N. Smith. Carlos Dark Bay there with M. Simple. And here is Tiffany Blue on the finish. So we are finishing with Tiffany Blue here as we head into part 2.